This is just going to become like the standard way in which I start these off. Don't mind me. I think we've all got a little bit of weird inside of us. It's just up to embracing it. Anyway, alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome back to this thing that I do on a weekly basis where I talk about stuff while sitting in front of my camera. Let's start off with a couple of updates. First off, episode 3 of the Dig, Build, Live animated Minecraft series extravaganza is up. You should totally watch and subscribe if you haven't already. I won't go on too long about it because I have in the last two vlogs that corresponded to when the first couple episodes went up, but you should watch. First link in the description. Check it out. Next off, I just wanted to remind you once more that tomorrow, 1 p.m. US Pacific time, I will be going on the Minecraft Marathon charity livestream. I think my time slot's for like an hour. Still not entirely sure what I'll be doing, but we'll be playing Minecraft in some way or another, so feel free to come by, check it out, hang out. Link in the description to minecraftmarathon.org where you can watch it. And yeah, it's actually going on at the moment, so you can feel free to watch it now if you want. Anyway, let's see, big gaming news this week. Well, that's an easy one. PlayStation 4 was announced at the big Sony press conference thingamadoohickey, and I'm happy about it. Not because I'm like, oh boy, PS4, I'm gonna buy it, but because console hardware is about 10 years old at this point. It was released about 7 years ago, but there's obviously many years of planning and development that goes into them, so I think hardware at this point is close to 10 years old. The hardware that's in Xbox and PlayStation, Xbox 360, PS3, sorry, I should specify, since we have new generations coming out. So it means that because most games are developed for console, because that's where the majority of the money is, that a lot of the games that come to PC are simply ports of what was developed for console. So because these developers have to develop games that work on 10-year-old hardware, when it's ported over to PC, it really limits what is available as far as sort of graphically intensive processes go. You can't have as high-res textures, you can't have as intensive particle effects. It just sort of limits what's possible. Even though the PC has, an up-to-date PC has the hardware capable of running things that are much, much more intensive than what the consoles are able to, you're sort of stuck with that because the games are developed with console in mind. So the fact that we're going to have this now updated hardware and games developed for the updated hardware now are going to be transitioned over to PC, you have the capability to do much, much more, and that's a very good thing. So a next step in consoles, and I believe, you can correct me if I'm mistaken here, but my audience were sort of in more of a PC-oriented bubble, so I may be wrong, but that's sort of the impression I get. So we should get better games that are more able to take advantage of all the hardware that an up-to-date PC has to offer. So that's very good and makes me happy. And then, of course, games that are developed with PC in mind, like the games that Valve puts out, so on and so forth, those will always be good anyway. But and then on the other side of things, as far as people actually interested in buying the console, which, to be completely honest, I probably will because of exclusive titles. That's the main reason I would justify buying one of those, having a PC that's capable of running any game that you can throw at it at the moment. So yeah, like the Bungie Project Destiny thing, that's probably gonna, I'm under the impression that's a PS4 exclusive title at this point, and who knows what else there will be, but needless to say, there's always going to be the Xbox 720, even though it hasn't been announced, at least the name of it. And PS4, they're always going to have their exclusive titles, so that would be why I would maybe end up getting it just to have and stuff, if nothing else. The thing that I found very silly about the press conference was the fact that throughout the whole thing, it was like, this is what we can do. This is all the stuff that we can do with this new piece of hardware, but we're not going to show it to you yet. Nope, you don't get to see what it looks like. And I'm wondering whether or not that's because the design hasn't been finalized, but I would assume that these things have to go into manufacturing like way before the release date. Like if this thing's coming out holiday of this year, they have to be pumping out units like now. I would assume, I know nothing about manufacturing, but I'm guessing because if you want millions of units out there, you have to get things rolling early on. So either they're just trying to build up suspense, or maybe they really haven't settled on a design. Who knows? But either way, I don't think there's ever been a console launch I've been aware of where they didn't show you it. So that was interesting. Anyway, apparently Microsoft will follow suit shortly with the revealing of their next console. I really wonder if there are like sort of spies that exchange information between Microsoft and Sony to be like, look, hey, they're getting ready to reveal this thing. They're moving their technology forward. You guys better get the ball rolling here too, so that they sort of stay neck and neck with each other. It's not like, oh, geez, Sony just got out with this thing a year ahead of us being able to make any sort of announcement. Because things always seem to happen sort of at the same time, so you have to assume that they have like this information exchange going on through some sub-network of corporate spies, corporate espionage going on here. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully games will continue to, I'm sure developers are just ecstatic that they can like finally let their creativity run free, so that it must just be so frustrating to be limited by old hardware when you have all this new technology available to you. You're just like, oh, I want to break free. Anyway, that's about it. So anyway, I have rambled on about stuff too long at this point. So just to recap, Dig Build Live episode 3, Minecraft Marathon with me tomorrow, 1 p.m. US Pacific time. Links in the description. And that's about that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.